Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry for the lack of light today, but this is what we were trying to point out. Go ahead and give you guys a little actual daylight today. Uh, so as we were talking about before, you have the corn, tomatoes, there is cantaloupe, there's lots of watermelon out here as well, pumpkins intermittently scattered throughout, as well as green beans, bush beans. And I was talking about doing the flowers and wildflower mixes around the perimeter of the garden. That is for assisting with the pollinators. It can help deter some bugs, depending on what you plant. And anyhow, I got a bunch of onions I'm planning on growing to flower right over behind these little sunflowers here. And these are a shorter variety of sunflower. Oh yeah, I have sunflowers mixed in over here with the corn. A bunch of healthy cilantro. Let's get a close-up on some of this stuff today since we're out here in the daylight. And some shorter sunflowers, and a bunch of delicious basil. I mean, everything's very healthy this year. Bunch of vibrant green, cilantro. Can't ask for healthier cilantro than that. And actually, like, this mound right here has already been cut once, and these other two have actually already been cut twice. Harvested two different large harvesting off of them, and helping them to come back thicker and double up, as well as get a bunch of additional growth. And there's Marble coming to bark at something. What are you doing? What are you doing, Marble? Say hi. Say hi, YouTube. She's a Catahoula hunting and herding breed. It's actually a pretty fantastic family dog. So some of the stuff that we've done this year, and I've integrated it slowly year after year, and we'll see how it works this year. But I like to do vertical growth items, and these are sunflowers right here. These are not a full, like an American, what do you call it, a giant, not an American giant sunflower, but these are like a dwarf. They can do multiple colors and such. But I like to mix in ground cover, whether it's the pumpkins and the watermelons. That pumpkin there is going pretty wild. Or the melons, zucchinis and cucumbers, and which I actually didn't do any of this year. Zucchinis and cucumbers, but then again, those are summer, so I could actually still get them going. Got some sage over here. It's just starting to pick up its momentum and really start to grow, which is nice. And it's hard to see, but all on the outside of this wire mesh, that wildflower mix I have is continuing. And then our radishes are probably going to flower here in the next couple weeks if I don't harvest them soon. But I've harvested a few. We harvest them as we need them. They hold off pretty well. And I can give you a little peek here on the inside. I'll show you I just recovered these the other day. These were all exposed, and just some nice big old healthy radishes under there. But those are nice and healthy. Just like this pumpkin. Big old pumpkin plant. And my hand is not exactly a small hand. That leaf is much bigger. Little marigolds. And we just planted some more parsley in here. Yeah, honey.
What's the name of your YouTube channel?
Our YouTube channel is The Blumhouse.
Oh, okay.
Hi. She probably don't want to be on camera yet. Might have to edit.
Mario, why are you drinking Daddy's beer?
Hey. Yeah, give me that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to edit all this out. Over here we got some sugar cane. Again, you know, nice vertical growth. This is actually gonna stay here. This should be here year after year now. We got some nice sugar cane for juicing and such, and a bunch of watermelon sprouted up for continued growth. Additional wildflowers, if you can see them on the outside there, and we're actually working on developing these other areas over here. The rest of this yard, there's going to be a lot to come. Got a little canoe rack. There's actually a bird's nest up in there. I'm gonna see if I can get y'all a little video of it later on. Well, here goes a little kale. Lots of corn. And green beans. Them green beans are not as healthy as some of the other green beans up here though. Lots of tomatoes and some more kale. More kale. So I only got about 3 or 4 kale plants that sprouted up out of a whole row or two that I planted. So they didn't do very well. I'll tell you, the corn has done, this is some of the better corn I've actually had out of my corn experiences over the past years. And the main issue with the corn here in Central Florida, in my experience, is the bugs. I mean, basically your little tiny insect critters, basically worms, moth caterpillars. I don't know if they're still called caterpillars when they're moth larvae and what have you, but yeah, they eat the heck out of it. I mean, absolutely eat the heck out of it. So something I tried this year as an experiment, and it worked out very well. I'm actually very happy with the results. I mean, obviously everything hasn't come to fruit yet, and as long as everything fruits okay, and I get lots of beautiful seeds in these big giant American sunflowers here, and I get a couple, you know, 2 or 3 kernels of corn or stalks of corn, cobs, there you go, get 2 or 3 cobs per stalk, I would be ecstatic with that. Historically speaking, 1 to 2 healthy cobs per corn is my best harvest typically. But the giant American sunflower and the corn, I mean, they've grown very well together. Lots of great growth. Nutrient wise, I mean, I really just put down a basic, other than what's ever in the soil, and then mulch to help hold in the moisture. I've really just put in basically some base, you know, time releasing nutrients, like a base, you know, citrus or an avocado fertilizer, like a base of 666 or something type fertilizer, and it's done very well with these soily conditions. I'm sorry, sandy conditions that we have here. But at the same time, you know, we did have, where you see all this mulch over here, right behind, or back behind my daughter there, there was a massive tree, a camphor tree, and it was a 6.5 foot diameter tree. I mean, it was huge. And they actually hoisted it up in the air with a crane and took it right over the house to bring it out front. It was wild. I actually have some videos of that. Maybe I can post the highlight of some of that later on, you know, as part of our yard transformation and things of that nature. See what I can do to get that set up. Obviously we're just getting started, and this is one of the first of, you know, many or few videos. Thanks to anybody that's watched this one and any other ones so far. Welcome to the Blum House, and we are excited to show you the changes over these years. Let's get going.